Hey everyone, welcome to the first video of our data structures and the algorithm series. So basically, we are starting with the basics and we'll be leveling up the challenges in the upcoming videos. So this is video number one. So join us on the journey to master the data structures and the algorithm. So coming to this particular video, so what you will learn in this video, the implementation of the FizzBuzz problem, things you should know about the FizzBuzz. The third, the application of FizzBuzz algorithm in the real world scenario. So I've used preferred languages Ruby and the JavaScript. You can use any of the languages, whether the Kotlin, Java, or any of the languages, even the Python as well. Okay. So let's see the FizzBuzz real world challenge. Okay, real world challenges. How it can be applied into the real world scenario. So imagine if you are working on a project to develop an automated system for a bakery that prints the label for the batches of the baked goods. So this is the scenario, and you have been given instructions like if the batch number is divisible by 3, then you have to print the chocolate chip cookies on the label, and if the batch number is divisible by 5, then you have to print the it is a blueberry muffins on the label, and if the batch number is divisible by 3 and 5 both, then we have to print the special discount on the label. Otherwise, just print the batch number. So this is all the instructions. This was the scenario, and these are the instructions related to this. So to solve this, we have to first go through the common interview questions that is asked, that is known as FizzBuzz. So FizzBuzz is now the most frequently asked developer interview questions worldwide, and the tech giants like the Facebook and the Microsoft use a version of FizzBuzz in their standard interview protocols. The universities such as the Stanford, Berkeley, Caltech, and many others teach FizzBuzz as a part of their curriculum. Moving ahead, if we want to know what is FizzBuzz problem, the FizzBuzz problem is a classic coding challenge often used in a technical interviews to assess a candidate's ability to write simple, clean, and the efficient code. So here is the problem statement. We should go through it. So you will be given a problem statement to write a program that prints the numbers from 1 to n. But for the multiples of 3, we have to print fizz instead of that numbers. And for the multiples of 5, we have to print buzz. And for the numbers that are the multiples of both 3 and 5, we have to print fizzbuzz. So this is basically the overview of what is FizzBuzz problem and how you will be presented in the interview. Many of the companies like Facebook use the same algorithm but in a manipulated version. Okay, so they can ask you different sets of questions, but the logics will be based on this FizzBuzz problem only. Let's see the applications how we are going to use this. So I have already created a few files here. So first list, I have defined some test using the jest. You can if you want, you can use any of your library. Okay, let's see how I've defined my test. Is for the FizzBuzz is like first, it should return the number itself. It is not divisible by 3 or 5. Expect to be 1, then to be 1. Expect FizzBuzz 2, then is to be 2, and expect FizzBuzz to be 4, then is to be 4. Then similarly, I have written the test case for the numbers divisible by 3. So what it should be according to that, and what should be the expectation. So all the test has been written here. Then similarly, I have written the test for the test case for the numbers divisible by 3. So for the numbers divisible by 5, what we expect to be like if there is 5, 10, and 20, then it should be buzz buzz buzz. Okay, output should be buzz buzz. Then similarly, I have written the test for the if the numbers are divisible by both 3 and 5. So test is looks to be good. Let's move ahead to the first. I will be solving using the FizzBuzz using the JavaScript. So you can see we will be first taking a function FizzBuzz, then we will introduce the n as a parameter, and if type of n not equal to the number, so basically this will checks the if the number is a positive or not. If the number is not a positive, in that case it is going to like throw a error, please provide a positive number. Then the main logics will be starting from here. So we will use the if, and if n modulus 3 equal strictly equal to 0 and n modulus 5 strictly equal to 0, then in that case we have to return the FizzBuzz. Else, if n modulo 3 equal to 0, in that case we have to return the Fizz. And in case if it is exactly divisible by 5, and that is exactly and strictly, and then in that case we have to return the buzz. Okay, let's see if this program is actually matching our test cases or not that we have defined here using the jest. Okay, so let's quickly go to the terminal, and I will use the npx jest command to run our test. Okay, you can see that all our test cases that we have defined earlier is passing well and good. Now let's move to the FizzBuzz. How can we write this program using the Ruby? So here is the same program of FizzBuzz is according to the Ruby, where if first we have to take a function, then we have to define the range. So here the range is from 1 to n. Then we have to write the condition if that number is divisible by 3 and equal to 0, and the number is number modulo of 5 equal to 0, then in that case we have to display the value as FizzBuzz. Else, if condition number is divisible by 3 and leaves the remainder equal to 0, then in that case we have to put the value as Fizz. And the next condition, if number modulo 5 equal to 0, in that case we have to put the display the value as buzz, else put that the number. So let's run this program and see the what would be the output. Okay, so our program is running, so let's see. We will pass the numbers. Okay, let's say mm, so I'm just taking the number as 100. Okay, and let's run the test again. So you can see our output is coming. So it is perfect. Okay, let's check for the JavaScript code as well. We can check FizzBuzz, then just put the value, and suppose I'm taking the value till 10, and just run this. I think we have to actually put, first we have to, since I want to iterate our console statement with a for loop, so in that case let's take a loop which will start from 1, then it should. So I'm just testing for the value of, let's say, till 30 or maybe 30. Yeah, 30 is okay. And so I've taken a loop which will take care of all the console statement. Okay, so we will create a console dot whatever the output we want. Okay, since in this case we want our functions phase Buzz, B should be capital, right? So we can take this FizzBuzz. Then we have to actually put. So in this case, R FizzBuzz should take an argument value as I. Uh, okay, and this. So I guess we have just missed the parenthesis, right? So in this case, like, yeah, no, it's well and good. Let's check the output. Yes, we can see our code is running successfully and it is giving the output. Now let's come to the our problem that we will be like the real world scenario how it is going to be applied. So in that case, we have a bakery problem. So let's go to the problem statement once again. So this was the scenario that if we are working on a project to develop a automated system for a bakery that prints the label for the batches of the baked goods, and this was the instructions that if it is divisible by 3, then we have to print the chocolate chip cookies, and divisible by 5, then it has to print the blueberry muffins, and by both 3 and 5 it has to print the special discount. So let's solve this. Okay, so I will be using Ruby, and so you can use the JavaScript and tell me the write the code in the comment. Okay, or you can solve by your own. So let's quickly see how we can solve this using the Ruby. So let's go to the because the file extension is .rb, so I have taken created a file called bakery.rb. Okay, and let's see. So if you see, they've already created functions like generate labels for the start batch and the end batch as an argument here. Okay, so I have taken the initial label to be as a Nestle high quality products. Okay, and like if the this batch number is divisible by 3, so it has to print the label plus the output like chocolate chip cookies as the output, and then in the if it is divisible by 5 and leaves the remainder as 0, in that case it has to print the label plus the blueberry muffins, and if the label is empty, then it has to print only the batch number. Okay, let's see the executions of this and how the output we are going to get. So let's take this function. Okay, and so I will be taking a start batch of 1, then comma the end should be, I guess, 30 is enough to check the values. Okay, let's run. You can see we are getting an output here. So batch number 1 label the Nestle high quality products, since the 1 is not divisible by 3 not 5, so in this case it has to print only the label values. Okay, Nestle high quality products. Then similarly for the batch 2, batch 3, in the batch 3, since the number is divisible by 3, so it will be printing the label value, that is Nestle plus chocolate chip cookies. So Nestle high quality products, and along with that it will print the chocolate chip cookies. And you can see if it is divisible by 5, then in that case it will be printing the Nestle high quality products and the blueberry muffins. So our execution is good to go, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. You have learned something new. So in upcoming videos we will be solving a little bit more complex sort of algorithm. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Happy coding.